How's everybody doing today? Leave your city, state, and your business name in the comments and we'll be sure to shout you out in a later video. This video is really just about sales and growth of sales. And this is going to be really for a business that's been in it for a while, maybe 6 months to a year, maybe more than a year. And it's also going to be for the person that has been tracking their sales. It's not going to be for the person that hasn't been tracking their sales because you won't have a frame of reference. If you haven't been tracking your sales, I urge you got to do that. Else this is just a hobby. And I don't really like to say crass things like that. Like this is more of an uplifting platform, but you're in a hobby business if you're not tracking your sales. For those people that are, understand that this may be kind of a sobering message too. And it's sobering to everybody, not just you, it's sobering to myself. And here it is. If you're not growing, you're dying. That is just how it is. If you sold, $500,000 in revenue last year and you did $500,005 in revenue this year, you're slowly dying. And your next year, you need to figure out how to get that number up to 600,000 or to 750. Because if you don't, you're treading water. And here's why. Because everything is just going up. Expenses are going up. Your rent's gonna be going up. Everything is going up. And if your revenue stays the same, it's not that you had an equal year. It's not what happened. It's not the economy. It's not any of these things. It's that you did not grow. And growth is everything. If you're not growing, you're slowly dying. The good thing really would be to see that your sales had decreased. That would be a good thing because that typically triggers in humans' head that something isn't right. But to go from $500,000 to $500,005 doesn't really trigger in most people's head that there's a problem. Well, there is. Things should be getting busier, things should be getting more stressful, which is why during these times, you're gonna learn more systems. The growth makes you grow. So the growth in sales is good. It's a cool number to look at. But when you look at that number, when you go from $500,000 in revenue to 750,000 in revenue, you can also look at what you had to learn because you can't have that kind of growth without having to grow in systems as well. These are things that you need to be paying attention to in your own business to ask yourself, am I in the right business and am I doing the right things to grow? Those numbers being even is the sales or the business way of telling you you're doing something wrong and you should change, or you're doing something that's not working and you should change. It's not saying that you need to get out of business. So I would never say that. What it is saying is that you got to rethink what you're doing because sales numbers don't lie. What we typically do is look at sales numbers and we build a narrative about why they're not the way we want them to look. But that's not what I want you to do. I want you to take that sobering number, take that sales number and say, this is what it is. I've got to do better. I've got to do better marketing. I got to do better customer service. I got to be better skilled. I got to hire better people. That's the only way you grow. Hope this provided some kind of value for you. Have a good week.